Hello, my name is Mrs. May, and I'm one of the maths teachers here at Chichester High School. When I was younger, I always wanted to be a teacher, but I actually went down an alternative career path before I embarked on my teacher training, and I became a florist. Now, a florist is somebody who uses flowers alongside other materials to create arrangements that are sold to customers. This might be because they just want to decorate their home, or it might be because of a special occasion, such as a birthday, or a funeral, or a wedding. I really enjoyed my career as a florist, and it started because I loved when I was younger being creative. I really enjoyed making things, I enjoyed colour, and I did a GCSE in art and I did an A-level in textiles. But I found that my skills were not refined enough to carry on within that sort of career path. But I really wanted something that was like a hands-on craft. First of all, I went to Brinsbury College up in Pulborough, where I did an evening class in floristry, and I'm just going to show you some of the sort of work that I used to do. So I went there one evening a week and I really enjoyed my time there. So I learnt to make all sorts of different arrangements. After about a year of going to evening classes, I enrolled on the part-time level 2 course, which is the equivalent of doing GCSEs. And through this time, I learned all sorts of different arrangements that could be produced. I learned about different cultures, how different countries use flowers. I learned a bit about plant science, and most of all about how to interact with customers. Part of my course was also to undertake a work experience placement. So I went to a local florist in Worthing. One day a week, I was a Saturday girl, and I'd have to do things like clean out buckets, serve customers, and gradually over time, with my experience, I built up to actually being one of the part-time florists there. Once I completed level 2, I went to Plumpton, which is over near Lewes, and completed my level 3, which is like the equivalent of an A-level course. And here we got to really refine our skills and go a lot more into the European designs and use a lot more interesting fresh materials and create arrangements that are a bit different and using more artistic flair. We also got to do different outings. So here, for example, is a place called Wakehurst Place, and we were allowed to go and decorate it one Christmas. And I popped in a few days later, and it was lovely to hear all the visitors commenting on the work that we'd produced. And it was really big, elaborate, large-scale materials. So it was something that I was not used to, but it was a really exciting experience. After that, and after about a year working at Greenfing as a florist, I decided that I wanted my own shop. I wanted to have my own stamp, my own mark, and to serve my own customer base. So I got in touch with the bank, and the bank, I had to complete a business plan. So this is like a document whereby you're selling yourself and you're explaining what business you want to have, who your competitors are, how you're going to work, and how you're going to make revenue, so how you're going to make your money. I was successful, and I managed to buy my own florist in a small village called Middleton-on-Sea, which is about 5 miles down the road. My shop was called Daisy's, and I bought it from an original person, another florist, but I put my own mark on it. I painted it blue, and I was really lucky. It was a beautiful location. So, for example, there's a pond next door, hence the ducks outside on the green. And I got my own shop, and I was really pleased with myself. It was a lot of hard work, and it's quite daunting at first to become self-employed and to run your own business, because you're going to try and have to make people pleased, because like I said earlier, you're serving people for special occasions, so it means a lot to them. So attention to detail is absolutely vital. Within my shop, there was lots and lots of different roles I had to undertake. So I had to undertake preparing the flowers to ensure that they were good and to go out for sale. Also buying the flowers, making sure I put them out at the right price so that they would sell. I had to also ensure that the shop was clean, looked appealing, so customers would want to come in, they'd want to linger and they'd want to buy things. And also to ensure that my staff, I was very fortunate I was able to employ some staff, were feeling comfortable. They knew what they had to do, that there was very clear systems in place, so I had to be organised to ensure that everyone knew exactly what to do and make sure every single customer's order was fulfilled. And it was a really lovely time. It was a very busy time though. Things like Mother's Day, I could be there till about 2 in the morning still making arrangements, and also the same with wedding work. You'd have to get up really early sometimes to go to the wholesaler. They are the people who sell the flowers to a florist. You have to get in about 3, 4 in the morning to ensure you're getting the real fresh stock and also getting a good deal. So you really have to be good at communicating with your wholesalers as well as with your customers and your staff. And these were the sorts of arrangements that after all my training, I decided I wanted to create, and the people in the local area seemed to be really pleased with them. It's important that you have your own creative twist because you want to stand out. Florists nowadays are really up against supermarkets because supermarkets can sell quite a nice bunch of flowers, but people are going more towards the independent sector to their own local shops because they want to support these people and they want something that has a personal touch. Doing weddings was also really lovely. Brides come to you because they want to have a really, really special arrangement. They want to feel like they're completely important to you, and they come with a big budget as well. So you want to really make sure that you are catering for them as well as fulfilling your own financial needs. Over time, I got to make lots and lots of different arrangements for brides, and it was really lovely. Once again, it was that creative colour and design skills coming through, and you get to create these arrangements that people were really, really pleased to get. I really enjoyed being a florist. I don't miss it now because I really love teaching, and being self-employed was quite hard work. I really loved hiring people. I really loved getting to know my customers. Sometimes I did have to fire people, and sometimes it was very, very hard work, especially sometimes if it felt like it was just too quiet in the shop. You wondered why it was worth it. But in the long run, I really enjoyed it, and there were some amazing experiences. This one, for example, she came into my shop and she said she had an amazing budget and she wanted a really, really over-the-top elaborate wedding. My team and I went in, and until about midnight, we were in this wedding venue creating these massive arrangements. So we had to be really, really good at planning, working out how they were going to look, how they were going to be meeting health and safety requirements, and just really ensuring that it made the bride happy because we'd achieved their brief. Sometimes I also got really strange orders. So for example, this bride here, she said I could decorate the donkeys. There's not many careers out there where you get the opportunity to decorate a donkey. I also had people come in asking for flowers for their home because their wife had just had another baby. He cut me a key and he said, let yourself in, money's no object, just decorate my house. Things like that are amazing experiences. And you know, if you've got a good reputation as a florist and your customers trust you, that you'll have those sorts of opportunities. I also had some celebrity clients. So Chris Tarrant, he used to phone up because he had a person in the local area that he wanted to arrange flowers for. And also Hollywood superstar Ewan McGregor would also regularly phone up to place orders. So it's experiences like that, which were very, very strange, but really, really wonderful. As I said, I really enjoyed being a florist. It was hard work and there was a lot of skills that I had to use, like being organised, being communicative, and also being really creative. You have to be really strong-minded when you have your own business because you don't want to look too much at the competitors and you really want to focus on your own reputation and your own style. If you have any questions at all about being a florist or running your own business, please by all means get in touch with me via email or Class Charts Messenger and I'm more than happy to answer any that you have.